Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all doing today? I hope everyone is really having a fantastic day on today. I'm Priscilla with Priscilla's Greenhouse, and this morning I'm outside in the greenhouse that I've been telling you all about. It's like 30 some degrees here in Arkansas today, and this is my first time bringing my laptop out inside of the greenhouse. I didn't know if I would have reception. I didn't know if I could record in here. And it's just like a cloudy, hazy day on today. But I just want to say good morning to everyone and that I'm in Grow Zone 7B. And the weather, the highs today is going to be like 39 degrees. But I am here inside of the greenhouse, and I got my little laptop set up out here. And what I wanted to show you all today, my little setup back here. Let's see what I can get you all. Can you see? I'm trying to get you to see the setup back here where I have my plants. I have my plants in this area here, and I have plastic over some flowers that I'm growing. And you see what I mean about labeling things? The cotias, I think it's the cotias flower that's in this pot here, and I did not label it. I didn't label my container, but I have more containers underneath the plastic. Got my lighter fluid over here for my grill, and that helps me to light my grill up when the temperatures are freezing. I have a heater over here in the corner. Let me see. Well, it's just a little oil heater over in the corner, and I don't want to really mess with this laptop too much out here because I just don't want to drop it and mess it up, because I didn't know if I would have reception out here or not. But let me show you all something. Put my little pouch up. I always have it around me. Set that right there. This is what I want to show you. The bean plant made it. And I told my husband I'll be live, and the phone is ringing. Hold on for a moment. He probably just remembered. He probably just remembered what I told him and hung up. Excuse me a moment. Let me send him a reminder. Okay. Maybe that'll help. What I was getting ready to show you all is my garden bean plant. And I'm so glad to see this. The garden bean plant was transferred out into this greenhouse about 3 days, maybe 4 days ago. And as you can see, it survived just fine. It did not struggle or suffer at all. It's still looking nice. And I'm telling you, it got down to 32 degrees last night. I have a very small oil heater sitting over here, but it gets nice and warm. And this here greenhouse is a double layered greenhouse, and I got my head cut off. but I just wanted to show you all my garden bean plant. And it's looking really nice. It's looking really nice. I started it out as a seed inside of my home. And if you all look at my previous videos, you'll see that I had started these plants off as seeds in my little shelving unit that I created, like a little small greenhouse with lights in it. With the lights inside of the shelving unit with aluminum foil around it is where I started these bean seeds out. So here's one of the plants right here. And it's looking really healthy. The true leaves, and what I'm going to do, I start to water these plants now just a little because they're inside of a greenhouse. And there's condensation, there's moisture that builds up in the plants, and I don't have to water them that much. But I'm going to put this one back over here. How many of you remember the straight neck squash plant? How many of you remember my straight neck squash plant? Look at it. It was planted on February the 4th. Straight neck squash, and I have it written on the cup here. Just look at it. And the thing that makes me really excited and happy about this is the fact that I have it inside of the greenhouse now. And the leaves are nice and thick still. The temperature, it didn't suffer very much at all. And I'm trying to find my thermostat and see where I put it. And this is just a thermostat right here for the compost bin that oh, there's my thermostat right there, you see? It's right there. And it is now, you all know something. It is currently, I wish you all can see this. I have to move this a little bit so you all can see it. I want you all to be able to see the thermostat here. I hope you can. Let me see, can I see it through here? So I can let you all see. Can you all see that? This is a laptop I'm holding, trying to let you all see this. Get it as close as I can to it. Can you all see that temperature? Can you see the temperature? That's the temperature right there. Okay? And that temperature is right at, it appears to be 55 or 57 degrees probably. That's the temperature. And the little plants are doing just fine sitting here. I just want to let you all see the plants right here. And I have other plants underneath the plastic here, but I'm going to have to get used to doing this. That's the straight neck squash plant. That's the straight neck squash plant. And the rest of them, you see them sitting right over here. That's my corn plant. You see, can I make some room right here and get it set up where I can actually see what's going on. Maybe I can better control it from this level here. Let's just see. Just so you can see what I'm looking at here. Okay. That's just some of the plants that I'm doing an experiment on these plants, okay? I'm experimenting with the plants to see if they can just withhold or stand up to the temperatures in a greenhouse. This is the greenhouse that I constructed in 2017. And I was just saying, here's the corn plants, and I had noticed before I even brought the corn plant out here that some of the leaves started to fall down and turn brown. And this part of it turned brown. I could just clip that off. But that's my corn plant there, and it looks all right to me. And let's come here and look at the cucumber plant. The cucumber plant. It looks nice and healthy. This is what I'm working with. That's the cucumber plant. The leaves are nice and thick, and I'm just growing the plants inside of a water bottle where I cut the top off the water bottle and put soil in there, and I put holes in the bottom. You see how I cut those holes in the bottom of this thing around the edge with a pair of scissors. A pair of scissors. That's how I did that. A pair of scissors. That's all. Simple as that. A pair of scissors. I don't want that dust to get in my laptop. But anyway, that's that cucumber plant. And it's been out here in the greenhouse for about 4 days now. And it's an experiment. And so far, the experiment is doing just fine. And here's the other. Or is it the same? Okay, I have squash, the garden bean plant, corn, and cucumber. And I'm doing an experiment on these 4 plants in my greenhouse with the temperatures of being real cold outside. But this greenhouse is maintaining a temperature of 55, or what did I look at? Hold on. Let me just sit this right here. It's maintaining right at 57, about 57 or 58 degrees. Okay? Now, just trying to excuse me. I'm just trying to get it set back up. Okay. I purchased some 4 mil plastic. I purchased a roll of 4 mil 3 feet by 50 feet plastic. This is the type of plastic that really I used to build this greenhouse, but it was a much, much larger roll. And what I'm going to do, you see this added layer of protection here, okay? This added layer of protection comes all the way around, okay? The plants. It's connected at the top. Let me let you see. It's connected at the top, people, on a wooden runner. Okay? It's connected at the top. It has a split down the middle. And I put it up to just add additional protection for the plants back here. And I can close it off. I can close it off completely if I choose to. If I want to just keep it like this here. Now I'm going to tell you why I did this. Underneath here, I want to show you something. I want to show you something. And where are my forever advancing yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. We take it from level to level to level to level. Good to see you all this morning. But I want to let you all come along with me for this ride. I like to show people what it is that I do. Sometimes people don't understand what it is that you do. And they just look at you and they judge you. And then most of the time, their judgment is incorrect, probably 100% of the time. And the world that we're living in right now, let me just say this here. Let me just say this. The world we're living in right now is so unpredictable. Very unpredictable. Everything that's going on around us in the world. Don't you understand that what you see in the news is going to have a trickle-down effect, and that trickle-down effect is going to affect you and your family? Let me say it again. There is a trickle-down effect going on right now in this country, in this world. And you have no control over this trickle-down effect. That when you go to the gas pumps, you're going to see the trickle-down effect. When we're already seeing the trickle-down effect of COVID-19, when you go grocery shopping, that's the trickle-down effect of the economics, the way the country is being ran, how the other countries are being ran, and what they're doing in other countries, and wars and rumors of wars, and people lining up on borders with tanks and artillery and weapons of mass destruction. And you think that we're going to just be playing patty cake? Baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Do whatever you're going to do, but we better be careful because there's war in this country, don't you understand? This country is something that's going on. Sometimes people don't want peace. People do not want peace for some reason. It's a power struggle, people. And this power struggle of this individual in this other country, this power struggle is it's up here. And he has to show the entire world what he's capable of doing. And that's why I tell you all to pray, to pray, to pray, to pray, pray, pray. Because no one should have to deal with war. No country, no citizen, no person, no child, no boy, no girl, no woman, no man, no baby, no newborn have to deal with this junk that's popping off right there at their doorsteps now. Because someone took it upon himself to say, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to show the world who I am. And this is something that we better get a grip of it. And we better try to stop it from happening. And if something does pop off, the forces better come together with a mighty force, because this is something that a person has made his mind up to do in his head. It's something that's there. And only God knows what's there. And we need to be praying, people. I don't want to get off the subject, but this is the subject. This is what's going on right now around us. And it's going to affect the entire world. It's going to affect the entire world. It's already affecting the entire world. that everything is going up. Everything is on the rise. Everything is on the rise. And if you haven't been putting any food up, if you just been walking around scratching your butt and just walking around talking against everybody and not doing anything and thinking that you're protected in this country and in this world and in the United States of America, and you think that the troops going to take care of you and me and everybody else, you better be prepared to take care of yourself for real. You better be ready at a drop of a dime to do what it is that you got to do to protect your family. Understand where I'm coming from. God is all powerful. He is a all powerful living God. But he said, be wise as a dove. I'm telling you, you got to be wise in this season. And you have to use what you have here to protect what you got right now. Look around your family. Look at your children. Look at your family. And think about what's going on in these other countries now. Don't you know they have children just like you have children? Don't you know they love their children, their wives and their husbands, and their grandmother and their grandfather? But look what's getting ready to happen. Look at what's happening. Look what's on the verge of happening. Look at the power force that's showing up in these people's front yard. Look at how they feel. Don't you have compassion for people? How you think they feel? What's running through their mind? What you think getting ready to happen? But anyway, people, back on track. God bless you. God keep you, and keep on praying. I just want to show you this setup, okay? What I have here is like a heat table. This is plywood. And underneath the plywood, I want to bring this down a little lower because you're going to have to see what I'm talking about. Underneath this setup here, it's a compost bin that I made. Underneath here is leaves, and I hope you can see it. Leaves, grass, clippings, food scraps. Let me slide this down some. I want you to see what I'm talking about. I don't think you really can see it. It's hard to operate this thing. But anyway, underneath here, this is my heat mat. This is what causes heat to come up. Okay? This is my heat mat. Okay? This is where I grow some of my flowers right here in the heat mat area. Okay? This is a cordeus plant. I had a label on it, but once I see it, I'll know for sure. This is it. This is the plants that's growing from the heat from this compost bin, okay? And this is a pineapple plant that I put here, and it's still living. And these are zinnia flowers right here in this area. And these are zinnia flowers that I planted on January the 18th in this greenhouse, and they're still under the table. There's the only light that these flowers are getting is from the greenhouse. There's no light under here. And it's like an experiment. And that's canna lily seeds, and that's crepe myrtle, and what's in here? They haven't started to come up yet, but these are cherry seeds. They got cherry seeds all in there. But this here, let me show you something for a moment. This here gives off heat. I'm all bent over in the camera, my goodness. I don't like to do that one, but anyway. But it's the way this camera is made, and it's going to cut me off. But I use my fork, and I turn this, okay? I work this here sometimes, take my plants out. I'm just showing you what I do to it. And it's going to be compost eventually. It's nothing going to be, it's just going to be dynamite compost. It's already breaking down on the bottom. Can you see that? It's already breaking down. I just want you to see something. And the heat that comes from it. I just want you to know that you turn this here and you put water on it to keep it down, to keep it moist. Okay? But I want you to see that it's already breaking down. It's already breaking down on the bottom. And I turn it and I turn it and I turn it with my fork. And my battery is getting low on this computer, which means I can't stay here long. For some reason, it's pulling the battery down low. But it gives off heat. And this is my thermometer for this here pile. It's right at 80. It's right at 80 degrees, okay? It's right at 80 degrees, but you know what? I can get it hotter. That's what I wanted you all to see. That's what I wanted to show you all, okay? That's what I want to show y'all, but I'm going to close it off. I just wanted to show you that it gives off heat. And it gives off, and it has been giving off enough heat to grow plants on the top. Because I have holes drilled in here. I have holes drilled in this table. I drilled holes in this table. So this heat that comes up from my composting matter, from the compost, that's a compost breakdown system underneath there. And it gives off heat and it comes up to warm these plants. In the wintertime, when the temperature drops down to freezing in here. That's what I wanted to show you all today. When the temperature drop down to freezing, that's what happens. That's why I built it like that, to warm this greenhouse, to warm the greenhouse up. And then when I get ready to leave out of here, which I'm getting ready to do now, but I just wanted to let you see some of the other things that I have in here, okay? That's the heater. That's my little oil heater right there. Just want you to see. That's the heater right here. It's a Polonus. It's a Polonus heater. And it keeps it really warm. It keeps it nice and warm, is what I'm saying. And that plant there is an angel trumpet. That's a pink and white angel trumpet. And all through this hill or bed here, it's nothing but angel trumpets growing underneath the plastic here, and I'm trying to protect them, trying to protect my plants. And I just got that little setup there to set my computer on. And there's some of my pots right there that I use. And all these are angel trumpets back here, and elephant ears and angel trumpets. I got to clean it up. I need to straighten it up, but I had to throw this stuff in here really fast when the temperatures changed. I had to get them in here. That's my elephant ears, and that's my white and cream colored angel trumpets there. And when you go step off in this area here, all of these are nothing but yellow angel trumpet, pink and white angel trumpet, and white angel trumpets growing here. Okay, the leaves have died back on these plants. They are tropical plants and they're very, very sensitive, but as you can see, they're still living. They're still living. I lost a whole crop of angel trumpet plants last year, and this is like trying to show you all that they can survive. There's a real big angel trumpet plant off in the cut here. You may be able to see that one. I mean, it's big and it's blooming. I mean, it has leaves on it already. Small leaves coming on it right now. But this is what I do. And like I said, I built this little greenhouse in 2017. And that's just what I wanted to show you all. And I have another heater. I have another heater in here that I got from an estate sale. And it's right here. That's a little antique heater right there, and it's operated by kerosene. It's a kerosene heater. It gets really hot. That's another backup system in the event that electricity goes out. And this here bag right here is a composting bag, a black garbage bag with compost in it. I keep it damp. It throws off a little heat sometimes, but not that much, okay? Not that much. Anything additionally that can keep the plants growing and keep them warm. And I have my Kingsford charcoal there. And on the outside, I do have a charcoal grill. And all this here is just backup. All of it is backup for electricity failure. I can start this kerosene heater up. And I know it's kind of dark in here because it's gloomy outside, but I can start the kerosene heater up. I can light the charcoals up and get them nice and hot, and then turn the little damper, open it just a little bit for it to breathe so the charcoal can stay breathing all night. And sometimes it keeps the greenhouse warm enough to keep my plants from freezing all night long. cannot hear you say all night long. But people, I got to let you go because it seems like the battery is getting ready to die, and I don't want to lose my video. Take care. God bless you. I love you. And I see you the next time, okay? Bye-bye.